everybody, this is Bobby with Bobby Stamps, and I'm going to show you a video today how to put a card together that I'm offering. The supplies are free on my blog. It's what I do once a month. It's my monthly free card packets, and this is going to be the first card for October. And if you spend $25 in my online store and use the hostess code that's provided on my blog, you receive one free card packet. If you spend $35, you receive 2 of the card packets, and if you spend $50, I'll send you all 3. So all the details are on my blog, like I said, along with the hostess code. So you can visit that. It's bobbystamps.blogspot.com to see how everything works. So I'm going to show you really quick the supplies, and then I'll show you the card packet that I'll be sending you if you purchase anything from my online store that fits those requirements. So the stamp set, I'm not actually using the stamp set, I'm just using the framelits from the Coffee Cafe bundle. So you wouldn't, if you don't have the bundle and you just want the framelits, you could order them to make this card, but I don't know why you wouldn't want the whole bundle, because you save 10%, and this is an awesome set. So I'm actually going to use the new Merry Cafe stamp set from our holiday catalog. And that has got just so many. You've got Valentine's, you've got Halloween and fall, and that would be a cute fall. That's a fall one. Christmas. It's every season's got you covered. And then I'm going to use the hat out of the Spooky Cat stamp set. And you could forfeit that if you didn't want to make it. I mean, you know, if you're trying to watch your budget and not have to buy 3 stamp sets to make this card, you'll need a black ink pad, an elegant eggplant ink pad, and then I will not be able to send the black rhinestones, but I'm using that, and I will not be able to send you the ribbon, the vintage crocheted ribbon. So I'll show you what is in the kit, what you would receive from me. So this is the card that we're going to make, and so like I said, I won't be able to send you the ribbon, and I will not be able to send you the rhinestone. There's just no way for me to send the rhinestone. You know what, actually I am going to send, I'm sorry, I forgot, yes, I am going to send the ribbon. It's just the rhinestones for this card that I won't be able to send you, but everything else you'll receive. I cannot send stamped images, so I'm sending the cardstock for you to pop the cup out, stamp it. I was going to cut them out, pre-cut them out for you, but then I was afraid if you stamped wrong, then it would be ruined. So in the card pack, this is what you're going to get, and you will get the ribbon, but I just haven't cut it on mine yet. So you'll get your base, which is basic black, and I'm just going to go ahead and give that a nice score right there. So, move this stuff out of the way so it's not distracting. So you will get the base, like I just said. I'm just going to move that out of the way for right now. Then you're going to receive a piece of elegant eggplant, and this has been embossed with the polka dot embossing folder. And then you'll receive a piece of Whisper White, and this is using the triple banner punch. And then this is what you would receive to be able to do the die cutting with in the stamping, and I'll show you that in just a minute. And then the piece of Whisper White piece is what you're going to use to stamp the witch's hat on. So we will go ahead and get started with our stamping. So let me kind of get myself organized here a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the, we'll just start with the basic black. And we're going to stamp our cup first. So you're just going to load this up on the block, and then you're just going to stamp that right down at the bottom. And you do want to make sure when you guys are doing this that you leave enough room for the framelit to fit around the image. You don't want to get too far off to the bottom and too far off to the sides. And then we're just going to use the lid, that right there, and we're just going to ink that up, and then we'll just put that, I think I'm just going to put it right like that. I want to make sure that I have enough room to get that on there. Okay, and then while I have it already here like this, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp my saying on it and the little cobweb in the corner. So we're just going to ink that up, and then we'll just put that right there. And I have such a glare. I am so sorry if this does not come out good, because I have a glare that hits the top of my block, and it just almost makes it virtually impossible for me to see where I'm stamping. It's like when you're driving and headlights are hitting you in your eyes and you can't see. Okay, let me see on this one. I hope I have that right. And I'm just totally guessing, I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, I didn't get it up in the corner, but it'll be fine. Okay, and we're just gonna close that up, and then I'm just gonna bring my Big Shot in. And I'm gonna back out a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, so we'll just take our magnetic platform and put that there like that. And then we're just going to line this up, make sure that the framelit is fitting nicely around there. And then we'll just put this one right there like that. And then we'll just run this through the Big Shot. Okay, now I have to move it back over here out of the way so I can finish it. And we'll just pop all that off. I'm just going to throw that away. Grab my pieces there. And let me just set the Big Shot out of my way. Okay, now we will take our elegant eggplant. Let me bring you guys back in a little bit closer. Let's see what that looks like. That looks pretty good, I think. Okay, so we'll take the elegant eggplant, and we're just going to ink that up in elegant eggplant, like I just said. And we'll just stamp that down. And then pull up. And then I'm going to just kind of let that dry. It doesn't take that long for it to dry, but I don't want to touch it right away. I'm going to grab a paper towel, and I'm going to grab my Whisper white piece that is the triple banner punch. And also in the Spooky Cat, I did forget to mention I'm going to use that image right there. I just felt the Whisper white piece there was just kind of, it needed something. So let me take this off this block and we'll use it if it will fit on there, and it's going to. And then we're just going to ink that up. And you know what, I'm going to stand up and see if that helps me to see better, because I am having a hard time. I got to tilt the camera up so I can see in the viewfinder what you guys are seeing, just to make sure. Okay, and then I kind of left it a little bit spaces, not much, just a little bit. And I didn't make sure that I was doing them equally spaced apart. You'll see in a minute what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go back in now. I hope my head didn't just hit that. I'm just going to go back in now and kind of fill in the gaps. Just so it wasn't so, you know, everything was the same. You know, I didn't want it to look like that. I'm just going to go right there like that. And that's good. Like I said, I just wanted it to have just a little bit of color. Okay. So there is that piece. And then we're going to take our snips and we're just going to cut. Fussy cut is what most people call this. And when you're doing your fussy cutting, you don't really want to turn your scissors. You want to turn the paper. That's what makes it turn out really good. And you really want to be careful with this, because this is such a dainty little piece right there. It's, you probably can't see it, but it's a little spider that is just like dangling off the witch's hat. And just go back in And then you can go back in and clean up if you feel like, oh, I left too much white in that area. You can always just go back in and clean up where you want to, but I'm happy with the way that that turned out. Okay, let's grab our crocheted ribbon, and we're just going to put it on the left hand side like that. I'll just move it up a little bit, and then I'm going to put a piece of tape on the back, just like that, to hold that in place. Make sure that we have it all straight on the front. Bend it around the back again. And get my finger out of there. Another piece of tape. Okay. Then I'm going to use Fast Fuse. And you guys know anytime I do any type of embossing, I like to use Fast Fuse. Okay. Get all of this stuff out of my way. And then you're just going to center this piece of Elegant Eggplant onto the basic black cardstock. Grab your piece of Whisper White that is the triple banner punch. And you're just going to place that pretty close to the center of the card, like so. We'll grab our card, or our coffee cup, and I'm going to use, I think I'm just going to use a tad bit, well, I think I'm just going to use snail. So, this is going to be the end right here that I'm going to want to put just a little bit of snail on. And we're just going to pop it right like that, okay? And then flip this over, and we'll add some dimensionals going up the back. And you can put a dimensional right in there if you wanted to. Okay. And then we're just going to pretty much center that right there like that, okay? Then we'll take our witch's hat, and I'm just going to put one dimensional there and one right beside it, like that. Going to peel those off. And then we're just going to put that right there on the corner. And you could put one there to hold that down if you want to, or a little piece of even one of the mini dimensionals would work for that. Then we're going to take our black rhinestones, and I'm going to grab, using the tiniest of them, I'm going to put one right here in the corner. I'm going to put one right in the center of the witch's hat. And then I'm going to put another one, I think, right there beside that one. Just like that, just a little bit to dress it up, is all we're going for. Okay, so this is card 1 of my October free card packets. So visit my blog for all of the details. Make sure that if you do order that you use the hostess code that's on my blog, and that will trigger me to know that you earned this card. Okay, thanks guys. God bless.